It's Tuesday, January the 23rd, 2024. Welcome to the Daily Article Podcast. I'm Chris Elkins with the Denison Forum, narrating today's article written by Dr. Jim Denison. Only 7 countries in the world, Saudi Arabia, Oman, the UAE, Qatar, Brunei, Afghanistan, and the Vatican, do not claim to be democratic. However, as Winston Churchill famously noted, democracy is the worst form of government except all those other forms that have been tried from time to time. Just ask the folks shivering in the cold to vote in New Hampshire's presidential primaries tonight. Every state in the Union will hold a primary election or caucus to help nominate candidates for President of the United States. Then comes the political conventions, followed by more campaigning, followed by the elections. More than $10 billion will be spent on political ads this year. And that's just for the White House. In 2020, 2,371 people ran for the U.S. Congress, not to mention the multiplied thousands who ran for state and local offices and all the money they raised and spent. Why do we do our governance this way? There is a right answer and a wrong answer. Choosing correctly is critical to our future as a nation. Many who run for office believe they are the best candidate for the position, that in a sense they deserve to win. Many who vote in elections believe their views should prevail and their wishes should be championed by their government, that in a sense they deserve for their candidates to win. In other words, many of us are political consumers who purchase what we want by running for office or voting in elections. Our nation's governance is a means to our personal ends. This is the wrong answer to our question. In his essay, Equality, C.S. Lewis wrote that he believed in democracy because I believe in the fall of man. He continued, I think most people believe in democracy for the opposite reason. A great deal of democratic enthusiasm descends from the ideas of people like Rousseau, who believed in democracy because they thought mankind so wise and good that everyone deserved a share in the government. The danger of defending democracy on these grounds is that they're not true. Why not? Lewis explained, I find that they're not true without looking further than myself. I don't deserve a share in governing a hen roost, much less a nation. Consequently, Lewis noted, mankind is so fallen that no man can be trusted with unchecked power over his fellows. End quote. Here's where we find the right answer to our question. We should run for office as fallen people who recognize that we desperately need the leadership, wisdom, and strength only God can provide. We should run because God has called us into public service by His grace and because we wish to serve Him gratefully by serving our nation and our constituents. We should serve in dependence on His Spirit because only then can we partner with God in fulfilling His plans for our people as revealed in Jeremiah 29:11. The more leaders think they deserve their office, the less they do. The same is true for the rest of us. We should pray before we vote and then vote as God directs us. From Proverbs 10, verse 18, we should discuss political candidates in ways that do not demean them, or from 1 Corinthians 10:31, dishonor our Lord. When our leaders fall short of God's intention, we should remember Oswald Chambers' maxim, God never gives us discontent so that we may criticize, but that we may intercede. Here's a fact we must never forget from Psalm 22, verse 28. Kingship belongs to the Lord, and He rules over the nations. To whom does the kingship of your life belong today? Thank you for listening to today's Daily Article Podcast. If you would also like to read the Daily Article with its citations and references linked to their sources, find links in the episode notes to read today's article and to subscribe to the Daily Article email newsletter.